CK, the Raisin Man.
Has it.
See if I can get it.
All right, so we back, man. The New England Patriots 4-13 last year. Hired Mike Vrabel, Drake May, future quarterback. You know, had a meh rookie season, but there are high hopes, like I said, for the Patriots. But I want to talk about this win total. 8.5 for the Patriots. 8.5. So y'all basically think the New England Patriots are going to be competing for the playoffs? This is why we do these previews, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. 8.5. They went 4-13 last year. Talk to me about the New England Patriots, fellas, and what is the outlook? I mean, talk about last year and then bringing in Mike Vrabel, and talk about Drake May and what you've seen from Drake May, and is he the future quarterback? Because 8.5. That tells me he is. That tells me he about to go out there and light it up.
Well, what the Patriots did last season, they were a very young team. They got their quarterback in Drake May, made some flashes. And, I guess according to what they did this offseason, we're going to get into that, is the reason why they have him at 8.5, bring it over Mike Vrabel. A very good head coach. He's known to do good things. He was pretty doggone good over there with the Titans before they broke everything up, and he definitely didn't want to trade AJ Brown. That's what really was the fail of the Titans, and they got rid of Derrick Henry, and you know what happened to the Titans after that. So they were a very young team. They got some people over there. Keyshawn Boutte, that's your Boutte. You got Douglas right there. They got a couple of pieces, so we're gonna see exactly what they did this offseason to make them have GM Grand say 8.5, man. Shout out to them. So they must know something. But we're going to get into it and see exactly what happened. But, Coach, hey, tell them what they did with the stats last year. And maybe this is the reason why they said 8.5. Let's go.
Yeah,
go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. So, offensively, they had almost 5,000 yards in total offense, 3,000 passing, and 2,000 on the ground. Their offense ranked 31st in total yards, while defensively they were 22nd. So when we take a look at, what they did, Drake May, rookie quarterback, roughly about 2,300 yards passing, 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So you definitely need improvement there because that's going to be key to everything that they are going to do offensively. You had Ramondre Stevens, who led them on the ground game with 800 yards. Antonio Gibson also was a productive running back at 5,000 yards. But then you had your production from your two tight ends, Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. Combined, they had about 1,000 yards, a little over 1,000 yards in terms of receiving yards. But then you also have Douglas and Boutte, who contributed in the passing game. One of the key additions, is going to be key to what they're going to be doing. Going forward from there. So, and that's in Diggs. So we'll see what happens from there. But back to you.
Yeah, man. So, Shakes, talk to me a little bit about what they did last year, man. Real quick. Got anything on the Patriots?
Yeah, like I think last year they was really in a transition. It's the reason why they went out and got Vrabel, went back to their Patriot roots, which I think is a great signing as well. But last year was just a wash, man. They was just really trying to see what they had in Drake May, and I think they did see what they had. It wasn't much going for wins, but when you look at his production on the field and when you watch some of his games, you can tell like, oh yeah, they see something in him. So they went all out in this offseason to make sure that they went and did good by him going in forward in his progression. So can't wait to see the losses and additions. But yeah, once y'all see that, then y'all see the reason why these people are saying 8.5.
All right, let's take a look at Mr. 8.5. All right, man. Well, Jacoby Brissett, they traded Joe Milton. That was a big one. Offensive tackle, offensive guard, and a center left. Coach always preaches about that. But other than that, I mean, not nothing crazy, I don't think. But Coach, Pat, Shakes, give me a key loss, man. What's gonna hurt the Patriots the most?
Yeah, the key loss on them, man, and to me, is Dietrich Wise. That's it. To be honest with you, Jonathan Jones maybe, but yeah, Dietrich Wise. I mean, Brissett and Joe Milton were backups, and they already have their quarterback of the future. So those two guys were going to be, gone here soon anyway. But Dietrich Wise and maybe Jawan Bentley and Jonathan Jones. That's about the only thing I've seen they lost. I mean, they did a good job of keeping that core there for Mike Vrabel. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Coach, what you think?
Yeah, I'm with you, Pat. I mean, I don't really see any major losses. And yeah, they lost 3 offensive linemen, but were they really key contributors to what they were trying to do? So, everything is going to be contingent on what you brought in, but it doesn't look like you lost anything majorly. So we'll just take it from there and we'll see.
Okay, Shakes. What you think with on their key losses, man? You see anything on there that we're missing?
Nah, man, they ain't lose shit, man. You know what I mean? They ain't lose shit, man. The only thing that you can go on, possibly for me, is the Joe Milton thing, but that is because they highly on Drake May. So they like, hey, we don't need the developmental quarterback anymore. We can get that next year or whatever. We can get that another time, but yeah, I mean, let's get something for them, and that's what they did. So to me, like, yeah, for real. So yeah, I don't see shit that they lost, man. They good.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots.
This is where you be like, oh my.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh my.
Josh Dobbs. I mean, Harold Landry, Morgan Moses. I mean, they signed some players.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one key addition though, man. Give me one, man. Which one is gonna have the biggest impact, man, for Drake May, Mike Vrabel, and the New England Patriots in the 2025 NFL season? Let's go.
Yo, if you're looking for impact for Drake May, Mr. Stephon Diggs, man, step up to the plate and be the number one receiver that they need over there. You, Keyshawn Butte, the slot receiver that they have, man, y'all can make some noise out there with Drake May, and Drake May can throw that ball deep. So is Stephon Diggs gonna get back to being Stephon Diggs, one of the better receivers in the league? Was a top 5 receiver just about 3 years ago. So Yeah, I like that pickup of Stephon Diggs for them, man. I think he's going to open up their offense to where they can get Stevenson running. And when he gets the ball running, now they have a play action to where Stephon Diggs out there can be a absolute menace for them. And they have a bevy of other receivers out there. And that's when we're going to get into the depth chart. But, Coach, who do you think is a great addition for the Patriots this season?
I like your Diggs thought, but I'm going to go with Morgan Moses. What are you going to get out of him? I mean, because he's there to help your young quarterback. That's going to be key to everything. What I always preach about the trenches. So him and, you want to say Garrett Bradbury because, what does he bring to the table? So what do both of those guys bring?
Shakes.
Yeah. I think neither one of y'all is wrong when y'all point out those guys because all those guys were my guys, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. First off, I wasn't gonna go with Stephon Diggs because that's the obvious, and I'm gonna tell you why he is though. Because when you look at Josh Allen, when you look at the kid over there at Stroud in Houston, when they get this wide receiver in the fold, their stats go up. And I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So he is definitely quarterback friendly. Let's say that, right? So that's huge for Drake May, a young quarterback right there. You're doing right by him right there. But not only are you doing right by them right there, because you give him a wide receiver, and what else do? You give him protection. And they went out there and they got the brunt work in the Garrett Bradbury to be the center, to be the general, all right, which he is great at. And also, what you just said with Morgan Moses, that's interior, right? And it goes to that draft pick that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying? That is what you do for this young quarterback. And wide receivers, Mac Hollins, all that, man, they did right by that quarterback. So to me, that right there, my answer was both of them, Moses and Bradbury. But of course, you can't deny the Stephon Diggs, man, because that again is quarterback friendly.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs definitely should have an impact. Let's hope he does. But let's take a look at some of the young players that could possibly have an impact, man.
This is why I like him. That's why I like
talking about Will Campbell, Trayvon Henderson, Kyle Williams, man. My man Kyle Williams, man. Pat, that's your boy too. Josh Farmer. Shout out to Josh Farmer, man. Pat, talk about some of the key draft picks.
Oh man, you can't go without this draft without talking about Mr. Will Campbell. Will Campbell, man, just like Shake said, man, they did right by doggone Drake May this offseason, man. It was dope. That draft right there is dope. But we're gonna get into talking about Mr. Will Campbell, man. Like, there's not too much I can say that they didn't do for him, man. He should have a pretty doggone good season for them, man. Will Campbell, with those guys that they pick up in Morgan Moses and all those guys out there, man, it's looking vicious out there, man. Maybe that 8.5 was right. Because, man, when you get to what they did, it's ridiculous what they did, man. Now that I'm looking at it, man, Will Campbell, the short the offensive line, Travion Henderson, running back, the short with Stevenson, my man Kyle Williams to go out there with Stephon Diggs, Jared Wilson from Georgia to short the center position, Craig Woodson, the safety from California, very underrated. Joshua Farmer, we talked to at the Senior Bowl, underrated defensive tackle. And the list goes. Braden Swinson underrated. Like, man, they did their thing. Okay, Patriots coach.
Yeah.
Told you.
No.
You gonna see why they got that 8-5. I told you, Pat. I told you. But go ahead.
They did well in attacking the offensive line because that's what it helps your young quarterback in Campbell, in Wilson, and the developmental tactics in Marcus Bryant. You know, when you bring those guys in with what they've already done in free agency with Moses, it goes well to what they're trying to do for the long-term future. And also, don't forget, in addition is their new head coach too. So we didn't have that to the table too. So you guys said it well. They did very well in the draft and what they're doing for the future. So,
yep,
most definitely, man. Let's keep it pushing. I do want to get into this depth chart because this is our last team, man, in the AFC East, and we got to talk about this thing, man.
My fault, NYG, but let me speak on that draft real quick. I know you kind of skipped over me, but I want to speak on it real quick.
Oh yeah, nah, I'm trying to get Coach out of here.
Nah, I know, I already know.
So
I'm gonna make this real quick. But as far as, can I say it real quick? Let me.
Yeah, you got it.
Let me go. But I already know the first pick, Will Campbell. Like I said, man, that draft, the free agency, definitely was big for that draft pick in that first round, that Will Campbell, man. Like, that solidifies everything. But then now also, you know what I mean, then you got Jared Wilson. Now you already got a center in there in Bradbury, but you can have Jared Wilson as a guard and learning from Bradbury right now. And that's huge. But the huge shit for me is my son, who I kept saying, once we lost Saquon Barkley, I was like, yo, if y'all get this guy, I'm good. Because it equivalates to that. And the Travion Henderson. That boy is a home run threat. He is a home run hitter. And for them, they was, my other son, who they got right now, I'm losing track of Stevenson. Right. Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a beast when he runs the ball, but he has that fumbling issue. When you got Travion Henderson there, man, them two together is just going to be nasty. So, like you said, man, what they done in this draft, crazy. That's why I said what I said about that 8.5. But go ahead, we can go on to the next one.
8.5, man. But yo, check it, man. Like I said, look at this roster, bro. I don't think this no 8.5 roster. Look at that defense. To be honest with you, man, I'm not afraid of this defense or this offense, man. You got Stephon Diggs, but you got Drake May. You got a rookie left tackle. You got Morgan Moses at right tackle. I mean, he's on the decline. Garrett Bradbury. I mean, I think the right and the left guard are pretty decent. But again, man, I'm going under, bro. Well, under.
Well,
y'all got it.
When I look at this offense, man, you're going to see these guys in spurts actually show what they can do. With Drake May at the quarterback position, with Ramon Stevenson and Henderson at the running back position, that's pretty decent. Hunter Henry at tight end has always been nice. Austin Hooper is pretty good. Morgan Moses may be on the back end of his career. You got Mike Onwenu, who's very good. Garrett Bradbury, who's good. Cole Strange, who's good. Will Campbell, we'll see, but he's projected to be good. Then you got DeMario Douglas and Stephon Diggs with Kyle Williams, Kendrick Bourne, Keyshawn Boutte, that's your Boutte, Javon Baker, Mac Hollins. Bro, this offense is not as bad as you making them out to be, bro. I'm telling you.
Word.
They can surprise the people out there, bro. If they block, man. Hey, listen.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Coach,
we'll see,
what
man.
you think
But
about the defense.
Coach, get in there.
Go ahead, Coach.
Well, being that you have a defensive-minded coach in a sense, who's also familiar with New England. He understands the culture up there. He understands everything about New England. And then you put these players over here under him, Christian Barrymore, Harold Landry. I mean,
Milton
Christian
Williams.
Gonzalez. Yes, I mean, you sit here and you look at it, you know, it's something that, you know what, and here's the biggest thing, coming from a coaching perspective. If you can run the football and be very, very efficient in your offensive production, and you play sound defensively, they can balance out each other. You can get a lot more production overall that'll end up affecting and positively or negatively, but positively impacting your win total. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, if I'm the head coach, one of the things I'm going to try and do is run the football, set up play action. Yes, you try and get the ball to Douglas and Diggs. Your tight ends, remember I said they have two decent tight ends. And the best friend for a young quarterback are your tight ends. And you can play good defense, create turnovers, give your offense a short field. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of what ifs, and Vrabel has proven that he knows how to coach in the NFL. I'm starting to wonder.
I don't know, man.
But Shakes,
I don't know. Yeah, Shakes, man. Talk to him, man.
Just get
What
your
about this
stamp of
roster,
approval.
bro? Yeah, I don't know, man.
This is like, I know I seen this shit. When I seen this shit in the draft, and I'm like, ooh, them Patriots doing moves, bro. Now, like you said, that offense looks great, but for me, that defense is the reason why I'm going under. But it's just right there under because I got them at 7 wins. I got them at 7. And y'all remember I said that the excuse me, that the Jets was going to sweep them. And the reason why I said the Jets was going to sweep them is because I feel like the Jets offensively are athletic, and I don't think that the Patriots defensively can match them athletically. So that's the reason why I think that the Jets will have their number this year. But as far as everybody else, they're going to shock some teams, bro. They're going to shock some teams. And I'm giving them 7 wins. So yeah, it's under. But their roster is sneakily getting there where they might be competing for a chip in a year or two. Just saying.
Man, who they beat? What 7 teams they beating on this schedule?
See, let's look at
Man, come on, bro. You got Miami, you got Pittsburgh, Carolina, okay, Buffalo, New Orleans. They gonna give you for Tennessee. Don't sleep on them boys. I'm telling you, we previewed them already. Cleveland and Atlanta, they should be better. Tampa's pretty good. The Jets, we just talked about them. Division opponent. Cincinnati, they can score. The Giants, yeah. But anyway, Buffalo, Baltimore. Come on, bro.
It's gonna be tough for them. You can do it,
Pat, man. Coach, get in there, man.
They can go 3-3 in their division. If they go 3-3 in their division, they could beat the Raiders 4. They could beat Carolina 5. They could beat New Orleans 6. Tennessee, they can beat them. That could go either way. I think that's like the same type roster, to be honest with you. 2 up-and-coming rosters. So that could go either way. They can beat Cleveland.
You just beating Carolina. New Orleans, I think they tanking, yeah. Cleveland, yeah. But I don't know about Carolina.
Listen to me, man.
I don't know about the 2 New York teams either, because they both got good defenses. I don't know, bro.
If they could go, I'm gonna go under because 8.5 is very high. But if they win 7 games, I would not be surprised, especially if they can go 3-3 in their division. Because I think they're gonna get punished by Buffalo twice. I don't think the Jets will beat them twice. I don't think the Jets have beaten them twice.
Nah,
and they can definitely get Miami.
They always beat the Jets at least once.
And that they definitely could get Miami.
They'll beat Miami at least once. I give them 2-4 in the division. Give them Cleveland maybe 5. That's 3. Say they get Carolina or the Giants. One of those two teams, I think they'll beat. Give them 4 and 5. New Orleans, maybe, but that's at New Orleans, so I don't know. So again, where's all these wins at?
Like I said, I don't see the 8.5. I think that's too much. But I do. It's close though. I'm close though. I'm close.
It's close, man. Because that Tennessee game could go either way. They could get the Saints in Cleveland. New York, I think they get them at least once, if not twice. I know they're going to get Miami once. I think they could beat the Raiders. And I think they could beat Carolina. I'm telling you, 6 or 7 wins, man. Somewhere in between there.
Man, for me, Vegas, I think it's not beating Patriots. They can beat Pittsburgh at home. I'm not sure if I'm giving that to them, but they can do that. Carolina, I think they can beat them. I think they beat New Orleans. Like you said, the Tennessee things are tossed up for me. I'm taking that though. I think that they win that. I think that they can beat Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? And then it's rough after that though.
Yeah, man. I'm going under. But that coach, so what we doing here, bro?
I think they're winning 11 games. No, I can see 7 or 8 games. Honestly, I really do. You know, based on what they're doing, and a lot of this, I'm going to be brutally honest. It's because of also Mike Vrabel. I'm putting him into the equation also. He's a better coach than McDaniels in Miami. He's a much better coach than him. So I have to give him yes.
My bad for cutting you, but think about that Tennessee game at Tennessee. Him going back, them players are going to play for him. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
No, I'm with you with that. That's what I'm saying. I think they split with Miami. I think they split with the Jets. I think they can take Vegas. Carolina, I know you're big on Carolina and NYG, but being that it's in New England, I just think it'll be a win. Either New Orleans or Tennessee. I think they're taking one of those two. I actually think they're taking both Cleveland and Atlanta. I really do. Cincinnati is a toss-up. The Giants
can't play with it based on that roster. They can't play with Atlanta, but I just think Michael Penix and that offense is gonna be a little bit too much for him.
No, I understand. I'm just saying. I think, and because it's also in New England, it's in November.
Yep.
The weather's starting to change.
Yeah. That is in New England.
So it's like, you know, the Giants is a toss-up. You know, again, like I said, I can see 7 or 8 wins. I really can. So that's just my opinion.
Yep, I'm with you, Coach.
Well, we can revisit this. I'm taking the under.
We're all taking the under. I think we all agree.
Yeah,
with that.
I don't see it. I see a 5-win team. To be honest with you, and I mean, even just clicking back to the roster real quick, I mean, are we holding it down with Will Campbell and Morgan Moses, I should say.
Morgan Moses is not as bad as you, man. As long as he stays healthy, it's been injuries in his career.
In that division, in the AFC. Now let's go back to the schedule. Some pretty tough defenses. You going against the Steelers. You going against the Bills. You going against Tennessee, not shabby. Tampa, not shabby. The Jets might be top 10. The Giants might be top 10. Cincinnati's a cakewalk, but Baltimore is vicious.
You forgot about Cleveland's defense too.
Yeah, Cleveland.
I get you with everything you're saying is true. I'm not saying it's not true, but in the same token, to me, you can't just say, "Oh, it's only going to be 5," and pretty much that's it. That's why I said 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they're going to win a couple of games you expect them to lose. With that
exactly. That's the point.
Yep.
So it's like it could go either way. If they won 5 games, I'm not going to be surprised and say, "Oh, well, you know."
I was shocked, right?
Yeah. So okay, fine. They won 5 games, but if they won 7 or 8, I'm not going to be surprised either.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I called that shit.
Right. Right.
Well,
it's not as bad as a team as I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that off season.
They aren't as bad, but they are in a tough division, and this is a tough division, man. And this has been the AFC East preview. Let's get to it, fellas. How y'all feeling about this division? I'm pretty much thinking it's Buffalo and
Buffalo.
Whoever.
Yes, Buffalo's gonna walk away with it. And Miami, New York Jets, and Miami are gonna be one of those teams. One of those teams are gonna wind up with like 7 to 8 wins. But Buffalo's gonna run away with this division, man.
Coach.
Yeah, it's Buffalo's division. That's not even a debate. I mean, we've gone through the divisions. I mean, it's Buffalo's division. That's all I can say.
Shakes.
As for me, the way I can describe it is it's just gonna be hard-nosed football, AFC East style, and we all love it. Buffalo is definitely going to take the crown. I think they are at the top of the echelon, but I think Miami is the competitive one right there under them. And then I feel like New England and the Jets are the up and coming. That's how I see them.
Yeah. Man, but that was the AFC East, man. Hey, listen, y'all see the man on the big screen. Give me the big screen. Y'all see this man on the big screen, man. Shakes Montana getting his welcoming in into the Aboriginal Sports Network, brother. And look forward to seeing a lot more of the shakedown right here on the ABSN. Shakes Montana. Can't wait to continue to work with you, brother. We got a lot of things heating up for you guys, man. Coming up this sports season, especially with football season hit, man. We got so much fire for you guys. And, man, just proud to have this brother on the team. Hopefully you had a great time breaking down this AFC East division. And you might see Shakes on the next one, man. But the host of the show, NYG, break us down, brother.
Yo, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, look, we going over to the NFC next. The NFC previews coming up right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network, and definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in. And until next time, man, y'all know how we do it. We up out of here, y'all. Deuce.